Guys, and welcome back to the channel and another market watch. And today I want to have a little bit of a talk about Rarity Collection 5, which is coming out here pretty soon. Fourth month of this year, April 10th here, which is coming up a lot faster than you think. January's already flown by in my mind. But this is going to be an interesting set because we have these new, like, basically illustration rares as well as these overframe break cards, which I'm super excited about, mainly for the number 39 Utopia. I don't know if that one's going to be in this set just yet, but number 39 Utopia with the overframe break is going to have a wicked effect, which I am super stoked about. So I can't wait to see these come out here shortly. But I wanted to take a moment and look at the pre-sale pricing for the box already, which is $104. And these are all very certified, trustworthy sellers here because they're all brick and mortar stores, which is great, good for them. But they're already pre-selling this for $104, which is a considerable sum of money. Okay, I will say this is a considerable sum of money. Let's see if we've had. Yes, we have had 2 sales today already, and sales yesterday. Lots of sales yesterday actually. At $104, which is a lot of money to risk it for the biscuit. But I want to look at the other sets and see how their booster boxes are going, as well as how some of the cards are going. I usually wouldn't argue for keeping sealed products, but I would say this one, there's a relatively good chance that it'll wind up doing pretty dang good. So let's take a look first at the first set of the quarter century secret rare sets, or whatever, the rarity collections and things like that. So this is Rarity Collection 1. And you got lowest listing, $125 for a sealed booster box. This is for stores like his retail box here for $70, so you get like a couple packs in there or whatever. And honestly, that's more than $104 in comparison to Rarity Collection 5. And Rarity Collection 5 is going to have overbreak cards. I know a lot of the cards in the set aren't necessarily the best. And I guess for the ones that are sneak peeking, what are we seeing? Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel is a very expensive card actually right now. The secret out of the 10, or the Prismatic secret out of 10, as well as the secret from the set, was printed in there both over like $30. That's going to be a good reprint. The ultimate rare was like insane. I sold one out of my personal collection because of how much it was worth. Actually, it was like $140 when I sold mine. But IP Masquerade, a great card. Vine Arsenal A Zeus is great, but these already have tons of reprints and stuff like that. Even Crossout Designator, Trishul's got tons of reprints, and I don't know how many people are necessarily going to like the art style of this and stuff like that. But with these extended arts with overframe breaks, as some people call them, I feel like there's a good chance that this set could do well. But Rarity Collection 1, we have the highest card being Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. It is the infamous, most always decked hand trap in the game. And near mint, first editions, verified sellers, $85 basically. And are there any sales on this? There have been some sales. Playset at $81 2 days ago. Like, people are willing to pay that. So cards like that obviously make this set pretty dang valuable. I'm surprised to see Ghost Bell at a market price of $53, to be honest, because I have not seen that played very often. Infinite Permanence, staple. Effect Filler, staple. And these are all in quarter century secret, and I wouldn't be surprised if these prices have actually gone down just because of the Starlight rares that have been announced and printed already in the 25th anniversary, or the 2025 Megatins. So I wouldn't be surprised actually if you went back on this a couple months ago. Yeah, this is definitely bottomed out from where it was previously, $123. This is probably around the time that the Starlight rares were announced, which is essentially a quarter century secret rare minus the stamp on the card right there. Like, that's like the only difference. And so these sets have suffered a little bit, as well as the rarity in terms of their value. Main set ones that used to be hundreds of dollars are now worth considerably less. But you do have good cards like Mud Dragon Swamp. People have been playing that a lot. Artifact Lancia, it's a great card. Lightning Storm, terrific card. Like, lots of good cards and stuff like that in this rarity. So that gives these sets a lot of value and stuff like that. But with the Starlight rarity, these have suffered a lot. But the first one performed better than what the pre-sale of Rarity Collection 5 is currently. And with Rarity Collection 5 being different, I'm sure it'll probably do even better. Rarity Collection 2 was kind of a bomb. The number of cards you got in certain rarities was different than all the rest of the sets, and I think that definitely impacted it. But also just the cards aren't necessarily like that great. Like, we got Crossout Desert. Yeah, that's great. Quarter century secret rare of it though, at most is $14. With a market price of $14 a secret. Near mint first edition, yeah, $13. Tons Tons at $14 and a half. So it's like it's not that impressive, right? DD Crow, good hand trap for certain formats or older formats, bling out your deck a little bit type thing. Drill Lockbird, very good card. This was quite expensive when the Blue Eyes stuff got announced. Like went to $100. I looked at buying some when they were $5, and I should have because then I could have sold them at $100, but I didn't because I did not make the right choice. But Rarity Collection 2 overall, not the best set, and you can actually sometimes find these at your Walmart still. I find these at Walmart sometimes. There'll be like 2 or 3 boxes on the shelf for some reason. MST though, this might actually have gone up a little bit recently and added a little value to the set with the cards that are using it. The new archetype. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's gone up a little bit since December 22nd. Have any sales? Yesterday we had a sale of playset at $45, so I'm sure it's going into the deck. Is it Radiant Typhoon, I believe, plays 3 copies of this, so wanting to bling out their deck, either go for the Ghost Rare or the Quarter Century Secret Rare or things like that. But that probably adds a little bit of value to the set right now. But overall, this set has performed pretty poorly. And I don't even know what retailers have to pay to get these boxes, but I saw them at $58. I doubt it is a big profit margin. So this set, not the best. And this is probably how. Ooh, Ghost Ogre. Nice. I actually had that one. I think I had that one anyways. Because I did open it just for fun, for the channel, But if Rarity Collection 5 did not have the overframe break cards, I could see this set probably performing about as good as this one, even though the pull rates are different and things like that, probably. But on to the better sets, Quarter Century Bonanza and Stampede. Bonanza, I would say, is probably the best performer out of the set, just given the price of the sealed box. So if you kept that sealed box, that you got it, at MSRP, you're probably doing pretty dang good. But obviously, you got the Blue Eyes White Dragon Quarter Century Secret. Everyone loves that. It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Everyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Who's watched the show at least has one playset of Blue Eyes White Dragon because you have to. But even this has seen, by the looks of it, according to the chart, quite a fall off. 173. Yeah, these were about 200, I remember, back in the day. But there was a sale a couple days ago at $139, which is about the floor here, about 130, 132, quickly going up to 135. But it's cards like this that add a lot of value to the set. Upstart Goblin, never bet against. Draw Power, Heavy Storm, terrific card. Not a whole lot of printings of Heavy Storm and higher rarity. So that one definitely. And anything Heroes, like Heroes, Monarchs, Dark Magician Girl, Draw Power. This set was just loaded with good stuff. Tip Tactics Thrust. Didn't have very many printings at this point when this came out. Elemental Hero Absolute Zero only had a couple printings and stuff like that. And so this, and the highest rarity, is absolutely glorious. And I don't think this had like the lower rarities in the set, if I remember right. Let me check real quick. Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Elemental. Oh my goodness. My fingers. Hero Absolute Zero. Bam. Yeah, there was not a whole lot of printings for this. Where are the other? It's not showing up for the Quarter Century Secret Rares and stuff like that, but these are the other rarities outside of that set. And look how expensive this. Even this freaking common right here is like $8 basically. And the Generation 4 Super Rares around it. That's interesting. But this terrific card, everyone loves the Elemental Heroes. Absolute Zero is a terrific card, like absolutely terrific card, and can be pretty fun to play because it nukes the board when it gets destroyed and stuff like that. But this set, absolutely stellar, like absolutely stellar set. Tons of awesome Quarter Century Secret Rares. Sky Strikers, everyone loves Sky Strikers, type thing. Not everyone loves the Sky Strikers, especially when you're playing against it or whatever, back in the toss format or whatever. But full power Sky Strikers is kind of annoying. I got smoked playing ABCs versus it, but Sky Striker, Mobile Engage, awesome card, pretty good set overall. Tons of awesome Quarter Century Secret, and this one probably even, gosh, it'll be close, depending on how the overframe breaks are recepted by the community. It'll be interesting to see which of these sets performs better in the long run. And then Quarter Century Stampede. Let's see here, what's the actual listing on this? Sealed box, 118, which is $10 more than the current price for a Rarity Collection 5 box. I will say this card right here has definitely added some value to the set because of the computer version of playing Yu-Gi-Oh. This girl has a interesting artwork that happens. People love toes apparently. So yes, this card has added some value to the set. It has performed pretty well as well. Dragon Master Magia, everyone loses their crap over this card because before it was like $1,000 for the only copy out of the Battle Legends set. The Quarter Century Secret out of there, I believe. It was a Quarter Century Secret, I'm pretty sure. Either that or Starlight Rare. But these right here, gosh, $70 for Platinum Seeker. That's crazy. Like, that adds value to your set. And so this set right here performed pretty well. Not as good as Bonanza, in my opinion. It does have great cards like Maxi, Shadal Fusion, Arsenal A, Zeus, Alternate Art, if you like Alternate Art. It does have Lightning Storm Alternate Art in it as well. And Trap Dust Shoot, which was a very expensive common if you're able to find it in bulk, let me tell you. Like $10 for a common, even if it was kind of beat up. Dimension Prison, also a terrific card. Metamorphosis, like first awesome high rarity printing of Metamorphosis, however you feel about the Quarter Century Secret stamp and stuff like that. And this card's been getting some attention recently just because of the support that the Predator Planet support. First editions are going for about $25. Nice, but now there's only $30 ones because you wouldn't trust these people. $30 for a starter Venom Fusion Dragon, and this was probably like, $5 a couple months ago, I'm assuming. Let's see where it bottomed out. Really? It was not. It didn't get down as far as I thought it would. Huh. Okay. But yes, so thinking of this and of these sets, I would make a good argument that this might not necessarily be the worst product to keep a box or two sealed of. And I know a lot of the hopes and dreams of the Yu-Gi-Oh community are riding on this set, so hopefully it performs well. But let me know what you think in the comments, and if you are going to be hyped and buying some of this set. I know I'm going to open some for the channel at least, but I don't know how far it's going to go past that. So looking forward to it. Hope you guys have a great day. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next Market Watch.